See, I'm just going. I'm not messing around too much. Growing up, especially probably in the 90s, and even to this day, this is definitely one of my favorite games ever. I really like this game a lot. Awesome memories when I was a kid. This was one of the, I believe it was a launch title for the Super Nintendo, and I remember my uncle, whenever he got this game, just like Castlevania 3, this one being part 4, it was like Christmas Day. Which, ironically enough, it didn't come. That came out right before Christmas, I believe. So, back in that wall, there's some a wall, large heart, I believe, is over there. But I've got plenty of hearts to get through this stage. Oh no, I was holding up. That's a setback right there. So, how much every time it took me to go through this the first time, I'm going to have to do it again. That will keep you from hitting your target time, doing stuff like that, missing. Just a simple maneuver. There's no reason why I should have missed that. We're going to go the safe route this time. The clock in that candle back there doesn't really do you much good here. These guys. Dang Medusa heads. Death trap right there if you're not careful what you're doing. Alright, boss is right over here. He's pretty easy, you got plenty of hearts, just spam him with these boomerangs. After you get him about halfway gone, then you fight the skeleton on top, and he's not too difficult either. I'm doing that because it actually uses up time for counting down those hearts, so anywhere you can make a shortcut. Most people would go into that boss with maybe 10 hearts. But I'm still new to the speedrun adventure of this game. But even with my gaff, 4 minutes, that's not too bad, I don't guess. Those hands, they can grab you, but they do no damage to you. All they do is hold you still so something else can see. Didn't take any damage, just hold you still until you get loose. And there's spots in here where some of these enemies could hit you because you can't move away from them. So when you finish the state, when you finish the level, if you collect that red orb, which you have to if it presents itself, takes all your sub-weapon parts away from you, so you start back with 5. So I'm going to collect a few here and there as I'm going, but like I said, nothing that's going to slow me down. First boss within this stage is Medusa, and as long as you have about 7 to 10 hearts, Medusa's no problem at all if you have 7 to 8 hearts in that boomerang. Pork chop in that wall down there, but I'm full health, so I'm just going to go by it. All it will do is slow me down. And that is not. So I got here with 16, so I'll be fine. I won't need that many. She is too easy. These boomerang does multiple damage. I didn't use but 3, so there you go. And that was pretty fast. And See, I didn't collect the red orb because there's, it's not the end of the stage. So I still have my hearts. The red orb or dying is the only thing that resets them. There's not very many of those invisible potions in this game, and I would have thought they would have come up with a better place to have that than right there. It doesn't really help a whole lot. I don't believe there's another one here. You have to be right here. I probably should have went ahead and went because I've been running pretty hard, but that right there will kill you if you touch it. And I knew that water current was about to change, the direction of it. So I usually just wait. It changes not too long after you make that jump too, or at least I thought it did. There's a 1-up up there. I guess I'm losing my mind, y'all. Sorry. Maybe it's further down. Oh, I just missed it. Or got it and didn't hear it. Which is awesome. I think that's what happened. Alright, so stage 3, through the caves, through the waterway. Of all the stages, this one might be my least favorite. Like, this stage right here seems to want to make me go to sleep. I think I could sleep to this music. It's not a bad track, it's just kind of somber to me. 3-2 music is good as well. All the music is great in this game, but just not as upbeat, Which they don't all have to be. I guess this is appropriate for the stage, but yeah, it's just kind of somber, It's not a terribly hard stage. This right here, I just skipped a whole bunch of stuff there on the left. Hearts and money bags and new sub-weapons, but I'm okay with the boomerang pretty much the whole way through this game. I don't believe I ever change. I think I try to keep that boomerang as long as I can, but even if I don't have that, I think I could beat all the bosses without it, with just the whip. Pretty sure I could. That might be a fun playthrough. To play through with using no sub weapons, just your whip, and that's it. So basically, I guess what that would mean would be once you get to a point, just don't hit the candles with the sub weapons in them. Or if you do collect one, then you have to start over. Or yeah, that might be something fun to do. I may try that one day. And right here, you just run on across. I believe that candle has a boomerang in it, but since I already have it, the only thing that would be in there is a large heart, which I don't really need. Okay, that was close. I was trying to be a little too quick there. The swinging sections in the game is something new. It wasn't in the NES versions. They used that to an extent in Lords of Shadow. Gabriel had some scenes where he was, using his whip to swing, which I kind of enjoyed that. A lot of people didn't like Lords of Shadow, but as its own thing, I enjoyed all of them. I wasn't the biggest fan of Lords of Shadow 2, which is the last real Castlevania game that's come out. But I enjoyed a good bit of it. The only parts I did not care for was the stealth sections. Or the sections where you had to turn into like a gather. Well, I don't know what a group of rats would be. I don't know what that's called. But that part of that game was kind of underwhelming for me and frustrating at parts. But the action, the boss fights and the enemy fights to me, and even the graphics were awesome, great. Music was pretty good. But the stealth sections, man, they freaking killed me. Alright, so I've got plenty of hearts now. There's no reason to ever need 43 for anything. Now, those are just there, you can't help collect them. Those guys right there can be troublesome sometimes. They put them in some very delicate spots. starts around here, probably getting to a point where you have to be a little more careful. Not terribly hard. I usually don't die here. If I'm gonna die anywhere, generally at stage 8, or the last stage, that would be B2. There's some tricky spots in those 2 levels. All of World 8, for the most part, and B2. That last level leading up to the end sequence where you're fighting Slagra, Gaibon, Death, and Dracula. That last corridor before you get to those bosses where you're being chased by the big blade while you're walking up steps as they're falling behind you, that is a pretty tough part of the game. I can still die there some for sure. The other night when I tried to do this, and I was making pretty good time, I was like 30-40 minutes, close to 40 minutes on level 8, and my internet connection went down, my game froze up, and I died, and I was like, wow. So everything just ended at one time. Connection died, I died, it was over with at that point. Yeah, see, these bosses are easy if you've got this boomerang. Not too much of a challenge, really. They get a little tougher later on, but these early bosses stand no chance. The end boss in this board here, level 4, or block 4, it takes a minute to kill him, but he's not too hard. Boomerangs take him out pretty good. Not as quick as these last few couple bosses, but it's effective. He's pretty easy to dodge for the most part. You can do a lot more damage to him than he can to you, as long as you just keep attacking. Again, as a kid, seeing this on a video game, I mean, it was creepy as heck. You know, just hearing the world around you just rotate. It just sounds so old. You can hear all the creaks and the bones as it's moving. And then, of course, you know, swinging above a bed of spikes. And at this point, you're like, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to jump down there? Which, I don't know what would happen if you did, but I'm pretty sure you'd die. You just have to wait for that to come across, and it's far enough now. There we go. This board right here, because of the rotation effect, you know, of the room you're in, looks like you're in a barrel that's spinning to me. Thought this was way cool as a kid. And I remember reading a magazine about it, probably Nintendo Power, before I saw this level, and they talked about it. I'm like, that sounds really cool, but then you see it and it's exactly how they explained it, but it's just unreal at the time to see something like this. Because this was late 1991 when this came out, I believe, so this guy's pushing 30 years old. But even now, that stage right there is still pretty cool to me, and maybe it's just because of how I remembered it. So you have to be careful and, you know, time your times to goes, you know, so now I'd go now because I can move over. But if I would have went too early, I would have been, you know, squished, because if you get in between the moving platform and the ceiling, and it, you know, it crushes you. I can skip candles. I've already got 32 hearts. That'll be enough. I bet you this isn't the one I need. Oh yeah, it is. Those guys there, I believe, are insta kills. I believe. Although I do want to find the candle with the meat in it. Although I don't need it. I can kill this boss if I have this much health. I don't want that, but if you ever lose a boomerang, that's a pretty good fallback for this boss here. There we go. It's a big boss. Like I said, if you just keep your distance, he's not too bad. Oh, there we go. See, he didn't do a whole lot of damage to me. That's stage 4. Stage 5 is a fairly simple, small stage. Well, it's not too simple, but it's small. No boss, not a whole lot of time. But again, it's not a big board, but you just can't be messing around. You have to go out here and go after it and get it done. But be careful, because there's a lot of these bird-like creatures. They're not harpies, I don't think, but the guys carrying the hunchbacks, they can be a little tough. The hunchbacks anyway, not the birds. Bone pillar up here. Get up there. Okay, so I got 106 left to get through this part of the stage. Nothing too difficult, just be careful. You know, little bats, you can hardly see them because of the, I guess that's moss growing down. I think that was the last one of them. And here we go, into stage 6. This is where you are officially in the castle. Kind of looks like level 1 from Castlevania 1 a little bit. It's a little more gray. But, you know, the enemies are in place. You know, the zombies run across to you. There's the dog, the panther, I guess. You know, so it's definitely got a little bit of throwback to Castlevania 1 and 3, because level 8 in Castlevania 3 had that very same, you know, hallway. Zombies coming at you, bats coming at you. I like this part up here, it's pretty cool. Jumping across the flying chandeliers. I don't advise anybody doing it that way. You know, just jumping right on along, not waiting for it to stop necessarily. Like that jump right there, I do not advise doing that. Because it makes my heart beat about 2 times faster than normal just during that stretch, like right here. Ugh. But I've played this game enough to where I feel okay doing it. Alrighty then. Castlevania likes throwing those falling chandeliers at you, doesn't it? There's a hidden ring down there, but I don't need it. Lots of hearts, lots of sub-weapons. I believe there's a wall pork chop in there. Don't ask me why I call it that. It was in the Castlevania 1 instruction book. Wall pork chop. I believe that candle has wall meat in it. Yes, I'll get it just because I'm missing some. Sometimes that wall meat's few and far between, so at this point in the game I try to keep my health close to 100%. Because, like I said, sometimes that wall meat is fewer and far between. No sense in killing him, so just come right back. Right here is kind of tricky because when you get to the far left side, 2 bats come down after you. You just keep walking and you'll miss both of them. Yeah, I know you'd be back. I'm glad I didn't stick around to kill him. I hate that part right there. I'll fall through that platform at least 1 out of 10 times. These guys can be hard to hit sometimes. They can come at you so fast after you walk by them. You have to do them just. You have to hit those guys just right for them not to hit you. I believe there's wall meat in there too, maybe. Maybe not. I don't know how I missed that. Over to the right over there, the wall has a 1-up in it. I have 5 lives right now, so I'm good. Well, technically 6 if you count this one. Ooh, I almost let him hit me. Yeah, I don't know how he's supposed to hurt anybody over there. Those guys flying there, or the couple flying there, that's a small taste of the boss battle for this level. You have to fight an enhanced version of that, basically, I'd say. Throwing projectiles at you and flying in a somewhat not quite as set pattern as those guys. I think there's a life in here too. Yeah, I'll go ahead and get that. It's not going to hurt anything. Alright, so here we are. Plenty of hearts. These guys to waste pretty quick. Yeah. First 2 bosses, like I say, are cake with a boomerang, especially if you got triple shot. So, about 26 minutes in and down 6 stages. Not too bad, I don't think. There's definitely areas where I could improve time for sure. Just skipping over a few more things. But I'm just going to see how this first one goes. If I can crack an hour, then I may continue on, keep trying, see how close I can get to the best. Things take a few licks to take down. Just get on run on by these guys. that worm creature there takes a lot of hits to kill, and sometimes I don't get it done, so I just usually just ignore it. If it doesn't, you do that, you're away from it. No harm, no foul. Yeah, if you don't duck when that thing gets up under you, it'll push into your spikes, and I'm pretty sure those are instant deaths as well. We're almost at the end of this stage. Yep, there we are. Took a few more hits, but easy pickings like the rest of them. So 30 minutes. Got 1, 2, 3, 4 more levels. I can do this in under an hour. It's possible. Stage 8 is tough. That's the one I worry about the most. Next to B2. Stage 8. The dungeon. The music here is perfect for this stage. That guy swinging there is instant death if you hit it too. Oh no. No! Oh no, here it starts. I'm getting too excited. Man, the game had been a really clean run up until that point. So I basically lost a minute. And a boomerang and a whip. Okay, I gotta get that for sure. Man, that's brutal. Not having that boomerang stinks. It's gonna be a minute before I can get that again. There's a dagger in there. I'd just rather not even bother. No, wall meat in there, and I'm full. Boomerang is up over here. And ironically enough, this is where my game froze last time, right there. Internet stopped, game froze, and I died. I didn't make it across the toxic acid stuff on the floor. When it came back up, I was falling through it. doing that, because you hit enough things, enough candles and stuff, you'll get your triple double shot. As long as the candle is supposed to have a small heart in it. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to start letting the rest of this stuff kind of happen organically, as they say. Not far from the end of this stage, and I'll be I'll be very happy to get through this. There's one more sequence in this stage right before you get to the boss that is a little bit tricky, and it doesn't take much to die there either. You just have to take your time and pick your spots, and you'll get through it. That was stupid. That was brave and stupid doing it that way. Acid. That candle has a knife in it. I can't tell you how many times I've cussed and lost my boomerang because I picked up that dagger in that candle. I know not to mess with it. And right here, those guys I think are instant death if they hit you. Best way, just hold the down button, press forward, and you'll do this slow crawl. Alright, so here's the tough part here. Just have to time this right. There we go. I've gotten better at that here lately. When I was younger, that spot was hit or miss. Okay. Frankenstein monster gone. Three levels left. 36 minutes. So that's 24 minutes, so I have 8 minutes per level to break an hour, give or take. This stage it's not hard, it's long, but you can get a good bit of extra lives here, because you see it's a gold level. There's a lot of candles and items and enemies that drop money bags for you, so and the more points you have, you gain lives. There's a couple of little tricky spots here and there. There's a little spot up here. It's not hard, it's just kind of tricky if you want to go up there, but I don't see any point why I would need to. I'm not trying to collect everything. Okay, that's good. Actually, going that way is a lot easier. I think the only thing that's up there might be some hearts and fanny bags. But I've earned an extra life here recently, so I'm at 6. Plus the one I'm playing with, so that's 7. You can jump across those guys up there, and there's a big heart, I believe, and some hearts up there. I think is all that's up there, and that. But I'm good. I've got an okay number of hearts. I've got all my health. This part right here can be tricky. It's not real bad. I just have to keep it moving. Oh no, that's what I was worried about. Wow. Can't have many more of those. Yeah, that's a tough spot. I should have threw a boomerang or something. Go ahead and got one hit off of him while that was going on. Okay. It's okay. I'm gonna go up there this time. I forgot what's up there. Looks like it's just nothing much. Oh, boomerang, good. Usually I don't lose my boomerang this early or in this part of the stage, so forgot that was up there, but glad I went. Work on boosting my boomerang back up to double status. take long. I'm not going to screw this up like I did last time. Almost did anyway. Hold me to you. Alrighty, go here. All that small heart to believe, nothing worth going over there for. Go. Alright, so I'm getting close to the end of this level. Just up this long corridor here, and then I'm pretty much there. All these candles, I believe, is all money bags. I believe I think every enemy you kill in this section is all money bags. Okay, went well. Boomerangs don't really help you a whole lot with this boss very much. It's pretty much a whip or an axe type of boss, because he stays above you for the most part. He will come down and kind of try to dash at you, but as long as you stay directly under this one, you'll do more damage than he'll do to you, because he stays up there for a while. But when you get to this section here, you need to not be under him. I think it's better to keep fighting these guys from a distance. You can't let that gold flying off of them. That'll hurt you as well. Just kind of dance right in between that one. There we go. Whoops. Sorry about that. 2 levels left. Themes of these stages are outstanding. I love this soundtrack here. Classic Castlevania theme here. A lot of these enemies you can kill before you get to their level, which is a smart way of dealing with these guys, because a lot of them take a few hits to kill. So just try to make it as easy for yourself as you can, because this is a stage and the rest of the game where, you know, I've said it before, one false move and it's over. And you guys have already seen me die twice. And those spots where I died are not normal spots that I normally die at. So just one lapse in concentration and you're done. Leather whip, 5 hearts, no sub weapon. Let's get it. Alright, well, it wouldn't be a clock tower without flying Medusa heads. You have to be careful there too. Those spikes there are instant death as well. This section here, you have to be kind of careful when you swing onto this platform. If you swing too far into it, you land in him and he knocks you off the side there. So you just have to be careful. Up here, be careful too. That guy comes at you fast. Just stay out of their way. They're not instant kill, but because everything does knockback, anything that hits you here is almost, basically instant kill. Normally I try to get all these candles, but we're not doing that today. We're just trying to survive. Yeah, we don't want that. Let's see a Medusa head. Let's get that. I don't have a ton of hearts, so we're going to try to... there. Alright, so I don't need anything else. I just want to get into this door up here. Come on. This boss isn't terribly hard. Another classic Castlevania boss. Oh, that's a bad spot for him to be. It's about to pound him. Well, one heart left, but yeah, this is over. Alright, 46.5 minutes, one crucial level left, the last level. See if we can whoop this guy under an hour. This B2 is going to be the story. If I can get past that first section, where that damn blade's chasing you, I like my chances. Get a couple hearts here because I don't really need them. I'm gonna get them right here. Just make sure I don't miss any meat. There we go. Alright, y'all. This is it. This is the part that's hard. Cannot take your time. You have to go. I almost died there. I hate this jump right here. There. So far so good. So far so good. Alright. Okay, so this is not the hardest part, but it's still very tricky because those platforms are conveniently angled towards death. They trying to push you right into those spikes. I think I'm okay now though, y'all. I can handle this last little bit here. one more platforming section that can be a little tricky, and then we're done. On to the last sequence of the game. This part right here. Got it. Don't push me off the damn screen that way. I don't know if that would have killed me or not. Alright, so we're here. Nothing but boss fights from here on out. This is probably the hardest one to me. Because when he sticks that nose out, oh goodness. After you get him halfway down, he loses his weapon, and that's when he gets difficult for me. Because he tries to stab you with his beak. Oof. Be careful. Here we go. That crap. Got him. Ooh, that was close. And that's what it usually comes down to for me. I'm usually one hit away from death. And that time I was again. No sub-weapon that I can think of really helps you much with him. He dodges everything. I'm at 50 minutes. I gotta get to going if I want to break an hour. There we go. Good job. Those last two bosses show up in a lot of Castlevania games. As a boss, sometimes it's just an enemy you run into when you get deep into some of those games. But I think it's cool that they bring those guys back. It seems like every game Castlevania after Symphony of the Night that plays that same style. I didn't really care that he hit me. I'm going to show you guys a little trick that I stumbled upon without any knowing about the trick. I just, the reason, I'll get there first and explain. It's pretty much the same. I had the same situation going on here where I didn't have all my health, and I was going into what I knew was the final battle. So I just did a Simon suicide, and then wait a minute, what the heck? So I was like, let me do this one more time. What the heck? And then I'll walk over here, and then you get loaded up on everything you need. Hearts, sub-weapons if you stay there long enough, and you're, oh, that's the only part of that. That's the only problem. Alright, time to get serious. Well, you guys will see the sub-weapons come down now with the double and triple shot. There we go. It's tricky not seeing anything. So I can just run over here to the left, and if I can defeat Dracula in 7 minutes, I will have reached my goal, and then I'm going to go and see what the actual record is. I don't think Dracula's going to kill me. I'm pretty sure I can get through this without dying. Not the hardest boss. Definitely not the hardest Dracula. Easier than Simon's Quest Dracula, but this one might be the second easiest to me. Just gonna keep these guys flying. Yeah, he got touched right there. close. Okay, last sequence. This one's not too bad. As long as you keep these boomerangs up here flying, you should be able to navigate Dracula here. Stay off that lightning, of course. Alright, he's almost gone. Got him. Alright, so 54.5 minutes. It's not too shabby. But I'm going to say it counts when you collect the orb, so we're probably going to be 55, 56 minutes. I've definitely reached my goal, which is fantastic. And that was even dying twice and one or two little gaffes here and there that set me back a little bit. So without those, could have been right at 50 minutes, which is even better. But there's room to improve. Okay, so 55 minutes, we'll say. Not too dang bad. Alright guys, it's been real and it's been fun. I'm going to let this play without me showing up in the camera. I'm going to let the final sequences play for anybody who wants to see it. Appreciate you guys watching. Y'all have a great night. Be safe. Peace, everybody.